And good morning, everyone. A special weather update. We're just going to kind of get you up to date on what's happening. We haven't had any severe storms, but they were a little bit strong when they came in across the Mississippi River. They've weakened somewhat in the cooler part of the morning here, but we're heading in towards the afternoon. That's going to start to fuel the atmosphere as we naturally warm up during the afternoon and the sun gets on up there higher, all of that kind of thing. That's going to help fuel some of these storms. The overall threat is low. But again, it is still definitely possible that we could get a couple of severe storms in the area with damaging winds today. Let's peek real quick around the area. One thing you'll notice, the humidity has really cranked up compared to the last several days. We've been running between about 20 to 30 to 40% humidity. We're now in 73% humidity, and the dew points are way up there too at about 63 degrees. You kind of got those dark clouds over Savannah right now. Here in Jackson, we've got 73 as well. Winds a little bit higher there at 14. Again, close to 70% humidity, dew point of 63. And here in Memphis, you can see the dark clouds kind of coming through. The bark is much bigger than the bite right now. But just remember, this is part of the system that produced that big old tornado out in Enid, Oklahoma. They had several tornadoes, but that was a very devastating tornado. Thank God we didn't have any deaths reported. That could have easily gone the other way. That Enid, Oklahoma tornado, that was one of the worst looking tornadoes, but thankfully everybody took shelter, did what they were supposed to do, and it hit more of the rural area there, barely missing some very populated areas. Had it hit a populated area, I don't think we'd be telling that there was no deaths, but thankfully they are very fortunate that nobody lost their life in that tornado. We've been talking about it. That was what we were showing in our just recent update that we've been running. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at Parsons coming in at 73. We've got a 69% relative humidity, 63. We got to move quickly here. A little cooler, Covington and Memphis, where we've had some rain, cooled air with some of the recent storms moving through there. Winds out of the southwest. Radar, yeah, it's looking active, but it's not severe right now. We've got just these storms as a result of, it came in across the Mississippi River, and it's kind of weakened right now, but we anticipate this is going to ramp back up as we get into the afternoon. The main window of severe opportunity is going to be from 1 p.m. this afternoon through about 11 p.m. tonight. So even though these thunderstorms have kind of fell out here from Dyersburg down towards the Memphis area for the most part, that's going to start to fill back in as we go into the afternoon. But right now, things are behaving as far as any severe weather goes. It is weakened a little bit right now in the time of the day when we would expect that. But we've still got a long time to go. And as we've been saying, the afternoon is when we've expected that it would be, the greatest threat. And when I say greatest threat, the overall threat is going to be pretty low overall. But surface map shows that cold front. It's still way back there. It's going to be swinging through here in the afternoon and evening hours. Here's our severe weather threat for today. And you can see, unfortunately, more of West Tennessee has been put back in that 1 out of 5 risk. So it's just about all of us now in some kind of a severe threat. 1 out of 5. And then, of course, 5 being the worst level. We've got that 2 out of 5 over those southern counties. That's the yellow areas. Let's take a look here at Sunday, because that's also going to be a severe threat. We'll zoom in on this. You can see the southwest corner is going to have to deal with the slight, or a low risk of severe weather, 1 out of 5 in the afternoon. Most of Saturday during the day is looking just fine, and a good portion of Sunday is looking just fine until you get to the late afternoon and evening. And that southwest corner, Memphis, Covington, over to the Fayette County area there included. And then Monday, that's going to be our greatest threat, probably the biggest threat of severe weather, possibly the biggest severe weather threat we've had this season so far. Of course, the 4-day outlook, they only give it in percentages that far out, but a 30% risk in the yellow areas. That will probably wind up being an enhanced 3 out of 5 risk. And then the green area will probably go into like at least a slight risk, 2 out of 5. But at the worst case scenario, we could wind up with a moderate risk over the yellow area there and a enhanced risk over the green areas. But I do think Monday is going to definitely be a day we need to be weather aware for sure. We could have tornadoes, especially in those yellow shaded areas, but not excluding the green shaded areas there for Monday. Futurecast. So here we go. Here's the 11 a.m. time. Here's 12 noon right along the I-40 corridor. Notice how this cranks up 2 o'clock. Here's the 3 o'clock hour times at the top. And you can see cranking up near the Tennessee River too as we go into the later evening and nighttime hours, Savannah. Finally, we get out of here with this about 11 p.m. looks like tonight. We'll rerun this one more time here. Again, here's the 11 o'clock hour. Here's noon. Notice it kind of ramps back up on the Futurecast future radar. I-40 corridor by around 2 to 3 p.m. Real active south of I-40 from about 5 p.m. through about 11 p.m. tonight. So I wanted to show you that as well. So again, most of the severe threat is going to be through the afternoon and evening hours. 77 by the 3 o'clock hour. Strong storms, severe storms will be possible to likely across the area. And again, that 7-day forecast showing a very unsettled weather pattern next week. All right, we're watching the weather closely, and we'll definitely break in should we need to for any severe weather. Have a safe afternoon. Be sure and stay with us for any future updates. Any watches and warnings, they'll show up at the bottom of your screen as well. Thanks a lot for watching West Tennessee Weather Channel.